Where's your skimmer? Where's it at? It's getting cleaned. It was dirty. It could malfunction if you don't clean it. We have a bunch of simplicity skimmers all over the place. Here's the lid, nice and clean. What you do, take the lid off in the sink, 2 fingers, and run around like that to get the gunk off. Brush the top like that for the rim here, and then grasp here in the other hand here, and then go like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Then in the middle, 2 to 3 to 4, sometimes 1, but at least 2 or 3, and go like this. And then flip it over and go like this. And then flip it over and then go like this. And then take your hand and whoosh again to get this outer rim right here. And you really want to clean your skimmer every 3 days at least. Or at least, if you're lazy, you know, dump this like whoosh, every, I don't know, every other day, every 2 days, and then every 3 to 4 days, clean it very well. Some people, I don't know, man. Some people, like, they think it's okay not to clean their skimmer, and I get it, you know. You're busy, you don't want to get in there, you gotta go do something. But listen, if you clean your skimmer, the game changes. So, like, some people have an automatic thing that swishes around and cleans, but it breaks after 2 months. Some people have a hole and it drains out. Like this has a, where is it, this right here? It can be nice in an emergency if you drain it out somewhere so it doesn't go back in the tank. But I have mine capped, all of them are capped. I clean my skimmers, but you can drain it out if you want. Still clean the inside cup every 3 days. But once we get there, sometimes there'll be like, you know, filth on the outside. Take it in the sink and go around like that. Then go like that on the top. And then take your hand and whoosh around like this on the inner side wall. And then get your hand in there and go like this to get that junk off the side. And then get the top here, because there will be a lot of junk on the top. You want all that gone. Take your hand like this and in like this all the way around. There's gonna be a high buildup right here of debris from your system. You don't want that. You don't want that falling around in there. It's bad. Flip it over and then do the same. And a lot of times, note here, there's a buildup right here. This can be brushed off with a pad, and that'll be done later. But you really, you just really think about it. Any skimmer. This one's Simplicity. Let's check it out. Ugh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Look at that. They're gonna have to die. Feather dusters. Extreme gunk on the inside. That looks like a face. Anyway, this right here gets gunk on it, hard to turn. There's spiroid worms and stuff that grow inside of here that slow it down, obviously. That's really bad. But we look over here. In here, there's gonna be like shells and junk that get stuck in there, and they'll hit the pump and cause it to malfunction. You do not want that. There could be calcium buildup all up in here. Scrape it all off. You don't want your stuff calcified. But I had another skimmer that had a bunch of calcification. Pardon me. And you don't want that. So let's start. We're spraying the thing off a little bit. We'll take this off and clean it, and we'll take these 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and on the other side. We'll take those off. This whole device will pop up and basically clean this and this. All you have to do is, you know, same things, just go around. Be sure to have one of these, or use your hand, but want it clean. Alright, so we got these out counterclockwise, 4 of them. we took this out from the side, which was right here. It just kind of fits in like that, but you literally just pop it out. These threads, I don't even know. But you want to go in here and clean this out with a little brush of some kind. It could be a little bit, you know, more clean. You could go ahead and dip the whole thing in citric acid for 6 hours or something, but don't worry about it unless the lime's bad or calcium or whatever. But clean this real good right here, this lip. Clean that. And the spiroid worms will build up. There's still a few here, but for the most part it's fine. Clean out that, but it literally take the 4 screws off, lift up, remove, set it somewhere safe with your other dishes, but just, you know, make sure there's nothing in this hole here. Clean that out. The next step is what you'll do is you'll observe this right here, a flathead screwdriver, or you can use wrench. Counterclockwise, this round plate will pop off, just the plate. This cylinder here with a flat bottom, it's all one piece, but this round one is separate. It literally pops off, and then in here you can see a nut that'll screw off, which will allow for this whole thing to be taken off. Then clean it very well, and this pump down here, you take Phillips and take the 4 screws out there and clean them, and you'll be able to slide this pump back off of this platform, and then just clean everything really, really well. Hello again. Okay, note, the ring is off, this piece came off. Just unscrew the bolt and then unscrew the little cap right off the 4 screws. But now this pump can be removed, and that cleaned and this cleaned. But see this platform here on the pump? Let's get involved. This right here. In order to clean this pump, this appendage here will turn, I think, counterclockwise, maybe a 1/2 inch, and then pop off. But in order for it to turn, you have to slide this off, and then to get this off you just apply pressure because there's an O-ring, and then turn, and you'll know when it's right when it comes off. And that's how you clean that. So once you have that pump off right here, nice and clean on the outside, but take note of all that. That's no good. And you know, there's little snail shells in here and filth and junk. We have to pop this seam off here, and then this whole thing will pull straight out. Then you can clean it. In order to do that, very carefully, you take a knife, or a knife, not this O-ring piece here, but right here. Hold on. Here. Sometimes this thing's hard to pop out, but you literally take this knife and hold on. Okay, now you can see. The knife is in, you can do like this. Oh man. And it'll pop out. See, it's got like, have to manhandle it a little bit, but there we go. I want to show y'all. I know it can be difficult, but this is how you do it if you're not paying me, the GrassmanReef team, to do it for you, but we can and will. But see that? It's gonna be cleaned. It's magnetic. Gotta clean all that off. The inside of the pump. It's all clean now. There's no filth in here. You have to do like this with your finger to get the mulm and junk off. Same around here, but you can use the brush too. One thing to note is right here, there's gonna be little things in here like dead animals. That right there needs to be pulled off with tweezers. It's, what's that stuff called? Polyfill. But, focus. Focus? Ah, Stomatella snail, that was in there, this golden one. Very nice. But, you know, you're gonna have to clean this out pretty good. You want it to be free of filth so that it can blend the bubbles. And then over here, just inspect it, make sure it's one solid piece and not cracked. Wipe it off with your finger. And it'll just go back in there and, you know, pretty much the whole operation now, when putting all this back together, is the opposite. Just kind of, you know, play the video in reverse or something. But it's not that hard to figure out as long as you paid attention from the get-go. And remember, make sure it's snug but not tight for these. But one thing that could happen, you forget to screw the pump back on in alignment to where this cord is where this notch is. If you do that, you gotta redo the whole thing. Note, there's no other. Just here, don't forget. Otherwise you have to backtrack. Another fun thing is when putting everything back together, as you can see, we've got the inner core done. We haven't yet put this on or this. But when putting the base back together, utilize the counter because you want to align it really good and you want to have a little drop here, so it's easy to put this one on and then the one on the other side to align it, then this one. Tightening here, back there, here, back there, back and forth. But if you look down here, see that? Like right here? That would be, if it was on something flat, it'd be kind of hard to get that on and make sure everything's together. But it could go down a little bit more. Oh, one thing, this literally shoves in and then you put your tube on. Now this is a different tube than what it came with, but it fits just the same. Because I don't have the air silencer, this is going to be running outside to increase, I guess, you know, oxygen, reduce CO2. Generally always try to run your air outside if at all possible. This is just better, just do it. Run your skimmer all the time, have the air from outside, put a filter on it, maybe some sponge or something, as long as the airflow is not restricted. But if you can get air from outside in, it's generally always better unless something horrible happened outside and it's the end of days. But you really want, you know, outside air coming in, or, you know, I don't know, man, get a free oxygen generator and hook the thing up to it. This skimmer is not capable of running ozone, but if you had an ozone skimmer, you could do that with pure oxygen if you want to get real crazy. But, you know, that's in the works. I got an oxygen generator we might start using if we can play around with it. But as you set your skimmer back up, basically this slides in, straight down, clicks. Make sure that it's aligned here in the beginning, because you want to break it in a little bit for a few days before it, before you can set it back to where you normally have it, like here, or if you're some way off, maybe here, but ideally right here. Maybe 8 inches, I think, what these are rated for. So basic tools you may need is like a wrench or whatever, this clipping thing for if you zip tied any wires, very sharp knife, Phillips, potentially a flathead instead of the knife, this brush right here, and then that kind of brush that's like that and long, and you go like for the smaller holes. And oh, okay, and these are the aforementioned brushes. and a smaller one. But kind of soft to get in the holes, so they're good to have. You can get them anywhere, really. And there you have it, the Simplicity skimmer cleaned. My favorite skimmer, other than the old school air injected ones, but it may not seem too simple, but it really is. Everything's easy to figure out. Nothing too crazy, but worth doing. And do it as much as possible within reason. You know, like every half a year or more. Look at those nice bubbles, though. And over time, it'll reset itself and fill back up and function properly. And that's what you want. And just pop that off. There should be an O-ring either right here or I think it's in here. But there should be one in here. I took it out. I don't need it. The way I have my system going, I just want to be able to pop it up, take it away. Simple. No like using two hands, just as simple. Because really, if you have the O-ring in here, it's kind of like, you know, what's the point? Nothing really comes over the side, not a lot of air escaping. But some people like it, I don't, because it's easy just to pop off and run it over to the sink and put back in. But, you know, whatever. Save the O-ring, though. But anyway, damn, look at that. Beautiful. Thanks for watching, and have a good evening. It's like 3 in the morning here, but this is important stuff, and you gotta know how to do it. Even if it's like a bother, just know how to do it just in case. Same with everything in the hobby. And always try to learn and believe in yourself and all that fun stuff. Bye!